Hey everyone, it's the Gig Guy London, and today I want to talk about UberPool Trips. So what is UberPool? UberPool is, from a rider's perspective, from a passenger's perspective, you share your ride with, other people who are going in generally the same direction. You only pay for your fare. The fare works out to be 25% cheaper. So typically, if you're going further, it can be more beneficial. Disadvantages are, obviously, if you're in a rush, wouldn't actually recommend UberPool because, you might get lucky and you're the only person in the car, so you just get a straight journey to your destination. Or you could be unlucky and you could be going around the houses and, have 3 or 4 stops and picking up and dropping off other Uber riders, which inevitably is going to delay your journey. So from a driver's perspective, I've had loads of comments over the last few months, just in random videos about UberPool, and some drivers point blank refuse to do UberPool trips, which is well within their rights. Now, I remember when UberPool first came on the scene, I can't remember what year it was. It might have been 2015 to 2016 probably. Maybe rings a bell. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I can't remember. But anyway, when it did come about and UberPool was introduced in London, there was a opt-in or opt-out kind of message in the app or something, or an email or something. You could obviously opt out of doing UberPool trips. So, there is the option to opt out. And a lot of drivers took it. They said it's not worth it. The fares are not that great. You know what I mean? And you're driving too many miles for too little money. So I put together a few screenshots, probably of most of my UberPool trips over the last, let's say, 4.5 weeks, 5 weeks. I think from the end of April to what are we on now? It's the 8th of May. So yeah, in that region. So probably about over the last 5 weeks, I put together a few screenshots. So it's not all of the best ones, yeah. It's a balance. I think it's just some random ones I just did a screenshot of. So yeah, I'm going to walk you through and talk you through my screenshots, and then I'll give you my personal verdict on what I think of UberPool. Okay, the first job we got here is £5.19. It took me just about 9.5 minutes. Not too bad. Here we've got £9.63. Notice there's a small surge of times 1.2, and it took me 37 minutes. £16 in 37 minutes, no surge, probably not that much traffic. Bearing in mind I'm averaging £20 an hour, so it's not that bad. There we go again, £27.60 in an hour and a half. Typically I'll do £30, so it's just under the normal threshold. This is a good one, £41 in 55 minutes. I think I picked up about 2 or 3 jobs here. They were both surging. £15 in 39 minutes. Leaves me another 20 minutes to get another job to make up my £20 for the hour. Not too bad. £22 in 58 minutes. So I'm above my hourly target of £20 an hour. Got a tip as well on that one. £4.50 for 6 minutes work. Not too bad. Obviously there's fuel costs as well, but fairly minimal in a Prius. £7.93 in 19 minutes. Not too bad. Bit of a surge on there as well. And here we got what, £18 in 38 minutes. So still averaging around £20 an hour. £4.50 in 4 minutes. It's probably going to be the best job you're going to see there. 4 minutes work for £4. What's that, £1 a minute? £16 for 46 minutes. Probably not a great job, but still on target. If I get another job, that'll give me my minimum fare of £4. That'll take me straight up to £20. £8.98 for 26 minutes work. A little bit under the threshold, but still happy with it. So as you can see, whole array. Like some are probably not really worth your time. If you're typically, what I find is if you're getting an UberPool trip during the day, outside of peak hours, you're probably only going to have one person in the car. So why do I take UberPool trips in off-peak hours? Sometimes I might be like maybe in a residential area or well out of central London. There's no jobs coming through apart from an UberPool trip. So even though I may not make the best money for an UberPool trip with one person in it, which it probably is going to be during the day, unless you're lucky. I mean, you might get two people, and it obviously just makes it a lot more profitable when there's two or more people in the ride. You know what I mean? Or yeah, or more. I mean, if they're switching and it's like 3 or 4 people, then yeah, nice. You know what I mean? You're getting a nice earner for your hour or however long the journeys take. So from my perspective, during the day, I'll take an UberPool if there's no other jobs about, and that'll take me into a more centralised area. Typically, if I'm out of London, I mean, usually it's taking you into Zone 1 or, I mean, in that vicinity. And once you drop off, I mean, more than likely to get a job straight away, or even before you finish your current UberPool trip. And obviously, the next job is probably going to be typically an UberX, and it's probably going to be a lot more lucrative. On occasions, I'm a Uber Assist driver, so I'll get Uber Assist jobs coming up as well sporadically. Okay. What I find is during peak hours, especially like in the evenings and weekends, at night time, you know, when like prices start surging. What I typically find is people are traveling like really far, and I mean, they might be on a budget, they've had a nice night out, and they don't want to get like paying like 1.8, you know what I mean, to go like 15 miles away to their home address, you know. I mean, it's just a bit of a dampener after a good night out. I mean, having to pay like 40, 50 quid or whatever for a cab to get home. What I find is people typically, I mean, the prices obviously still surge on UberPool. So people get an UberPool because it's 25% cheaper, even with the surge, you know, still 25% cheaper than getting an UberX with the same surge, whatever the surge may be. And I find people typically travel further of an evening during peak hours, especially when the prices are surging. And you're more than likely to get 2 or more riders on your UberPool trip, which makes it a lot more lucrative. As you can see from some of my previous screenshots, they can be really lucrative, and you can make a lot of money in a little bit of time. And this is why I do UberPool. It doesn't always work out, but sometimes it does, and sometimes it's always good. So this is why I do UberPool. If you're a driver, leave me your views and opinions on UberPool. It's nice to hear from others who are on the road. If you're not currently signed up to do UberPool and you'd like to, send a quick email to Uber, and I'm sure they'll rectify your app to allow you to receive UberPool journeys. Questions and comments below, and anything else of interest and related to this video, leave your comments. And I'm signing out. It's the Gig Guy, London, signing out. Peace.